Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, bringing you the Chicago Beartics WWC Season 3 team breakdown, post-draft, draft analysis. That's the word I'm going for here, draft analysis. So, I had I believe it was the 7th pick. Jake was 8th, I was 7th. Yes, I had the 7th pick in the draft. Sucks, I really wish I had been a higher pick because... this is Ubers, by the way, so if you guys don't remember from the draft stream, which is up on here if you want to watch that, but if you don't, it is an Ubers season, similar, very similar actually to APA's Ubers. My camera's off. Alright, that's better. Okay, so it is very similar to APA, basically same tiers, same point system. You get one Uber per team. That Uber cannot run a Z crystal. You have 140 points. You're required to draft between 9 and 12 Mons. 9 is the minimum. But being 7th pick sucked because obviously I couldn't get Evoltol. That went first overall. Mega Mewtwo Y went 2nd. Marshadow. God, I had my sights set on Marshadow after having it ripped away in APA. But alas, Damien decided he wanted that, so I didn't get Marshadow. Hey! Do you mind? Do you mind? I am trying to record, child. Anyways, now that Senorita Barky is done, I missed out on Marshadow. I wasn't going to take Mega Ments. I had the opportunity to take Mega Ments, but I'm already using it in APA, so I didn't really want to double up again. Because I'm trying not to use the same Mons in every single draft league, because I know that gets boring. It also confuses the hell out of me when I go to build teams, because I'm like, wait a minute, is this Whimsy for this, like Whimsicott for example, is this Whimsicott for AABL? Is this Whimsicott for if I had it in PCF? Is this Whimsicott for PCF? Like... I don't like doubling up because I get confused very easily when it comes to that. So I passed on Mega Ments. I was going to take Standard Mewtwo. Even though it doesn't get a Life Orb, it's still a nasty Mon. And so Slip took Evoltol. Ian took Mega Mewtwo Y. Damien took Marshadow. Darkrai went to Sean. Thriller took Mega Lucario. So I'm thinking, okay, Mewtwo and Mega Ments are still on the board. There's no way, because Mega Ments is so busted, there's no way Zombie passes on Mega Ments. So I am getting Mewtwo. Zombie! God damn it. Zombie took Mewtwo. One freaking pick in front of me, because I was going to go Mewtwo, Charizard X, bulky, like Mega Aggron probably, for bulky Steel, and then a good like a Wish Passing Fairy or something else that could really help Zard, that sort of thing. A good, like, Florges maybe, a Defogging Fairy, which I know I have Florges in APA, but that's okay. But somebody had to ruin my plan and take Mewtwo one pick in front of me. So what did I end up settling on? Well, it's not terrible. I do like it. And I'm going to pull this over here, which I should have done beforehand. I grabbed X Gonna Give It To You, the Mega Metagross. I love Metagross as a Mon, like design-wise. I love Mega Metagross's design. Metagross's biggest issue is it's slow. Like, base 70 speed makes it really slow, so it's really easy to beat. However, Mega Metagross goes up to 110 speed, 150 base defense, so it's very defensive. Very fast, very defensive there. 110 special defense is not bad, but the key thing is that 1.5 or 1.5, 1.3 Tough Claws is its ability. I believe it's 1.3 multiplier to your attack stat. if they're contact moves. So, like, it's base 145 attack stat, just base. If it's a Tough Claws boosted move, is actually 188.5, which is almost as strong as, I believe, Mega Mewtwo X. Yeah, Mega Mewtwo X is 190 base attack. So that tells you just how powerful a Tough Claws boosted move coming off Mega Metagross is. It's insane. You have priority Bullet Punch, you get Meteor Mash. Like, this is base. This is before you invest any attack into it. You have access to the Elemental Punches. It does have Earthquake. It's got Zen Headbutt for a physical psychic contact. It does have Bulldoze if you want to run speed control. There is Gyro Ball. There's Hammer Arm that's boosted. Like, it hits like a truck. And so I'm really, really excited to have, like, this. It's a great Uber in my mind. As long as I pair and cover its weaknesses, being the fact that it doesn't like dark types, it doesn't like fire types, it doesn't like ground types. But as long as I pair around that, it should be very, very solid. This thing is just a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I'm so happy to try this thing out. I've been watching Shime over in APA, who's on the Crystal Gems, use it, and so I've got some nice tricks to bring with this. So pairing with this, I started thinking, okay, what can I do here to just make the most busted ass FDS core, busted Fairy Steel Dragon core I can think of? What is just going to run over teams? And so I started thinking, well, Standard Salamence hasn't come off the board, Garchomp hasn't come off the board. This pairs nicely with Garchomp, taking out an ice weakness. And I'm sitting there, I'm watching I'm watching Mons come off the board. And something starts to slip to me. Kyurem Black. This is a Mon I have been dying to get my hands on. Tetravolt is basically Mold Breaker. 170 base attack, 120 special attack, base 95 speed, which is a nice speed complement to Metagross. As long as I slot something in between them, I should be golden. Bulk with 125 HP. The biggest thing that draws back on Kyurem Black is it doesn't have Icicle Crash, Ice Hammer, Ice Punch, no physical Ice type move. That's the killer on Kyurem Black. But it is a good Z user. It can run special very, very well. I mean, 120 special attack is nothing to laugh at. It has the move pool to run both special and physical, in the fact that it gets Blizzard and Ice Beam on the special side, as well as Free Shock if you want to run Z. But on the physical side, you have Dragon Claw, you have Outrage, you have access to Earth Power. You don't get Earthquake, which is an issue. You do have Flash Cannon and Iron Head. On those sides, you have Fusion Bolt for a physical electric type attack. There's the Sub set, the Sub Roost set. Does get Zen Headbutt, does have access to Stone Edge, a Fly Z coming off of it. Like, most of the time it carries like Steel type move, Ice type move, Earth Power, another move type thing. But it doesn't usually want to carry Dragon type moves, but it can. And so again, I have another Mon that just hits hard. Super, super hard. This thing takes care of ground types, which Metagross doesn't really care for. Metagross takes care of rock types, and yeah. So then we get to, so there's the Steel, there's the Dragon. I knew I was going for a Fairy type next. I wanted the Fairy type next. Thriller and I were talking, and he DMs me and he's like, so you got Kyurem and you got Mega Metagross, what's your fairy type? Because he was going fairy next with his pick, and I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm thinking Mimikyu and I'm thinking Alolan Ninetales. I don't really want to do Ninetales just because it's a meme at this point. I've drafted Alolan Ninetales so often as when I first got into Draft League that people are just going to roast me for taking Alolan Ninetales again. Plus, that's another Ice type, which I don't really need. Granted, they do two different things. The speed would be nice. It'd be nice to fit between Metagross and Kyurem Black. Gives me a stupid offensive core, and he's like, well, I'm either going Alolan Ninetales or Mimikyu, so you're kind of gonna have to deal with whatever I choose. And I was like, okay, take Alolan. He had Mega Lucario, so I was like, I gotta convince him to take Alolan Ninetales so he can put Mega Lucario behind screens, because that sounds really, really busted. And then I can get Mimikyu, which would be really, really nice. And I got Mimikyu. Mimikyu, Kyurem Black, Mega Metagross. Oh, I only think there's one FDS core that's better than mine in the league. This is a beautiful core. The biggest mistake I made here, though, and that's where maybe I should have gone Florges instead, is speed tier-wise, I'm a little screwed up right now because Kyurem's 95, Mimikyu's 96 base speeds. So it's not the best fit as far as speed tier goes, but when you have something that's guaranteed to set up, you're guaranteed an SD, you're guaranteed a bulk up. I think Mimikyu actually gets Calm Mind for some reason. If I remember correctly. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm fairly certain Mimikyu gets Calm Mind. It does not. Okay, I was just crazy. For some reason I thought there was a special Mimikyu, but there isn't. I'm trying to find that FDS core that's scarier than mine real quick. Because I know it's out there, I know it exists. Because I talked about it in the draft stream. Who has the scarier FDS core? Matthias. Matthias has a better FDS core than me. His FDS core is nuts. He's got Megaments, Heatran, Sylveon. Like, but outside of that, I don't see an FDS core that beats my FDS core. Anyways, so Mimikyu, you're guaranteed the setup. Like, you're guaranteed either Swords Dance to get to +2, a bulk up +1/+1, you know, that sort of thing. Has really good coverage. Like, it's got access to, obviously, like, with a Z Crystal, which Mimikyu is one of my Z Crystal users. It's very, very good. You can do the Z Let's Snuggle Forever. It does get Play Rough, obviously, which is what it base off of, so Play Rough for a good fairy physical move at +2. It does have Shadow Claw, has priority in Shadow Sneak. If your opponent has, like, supercharged themselves, like, say you're facing a Mega Salamence type of situation that's supercharged. It doesn't have a way to Loco you? Nah, but there is a way where, because of your disguise, it does have Psych Up, which copies the current stat changes of your opponent. So it could be kind of cheeky if you ran, like, Sash Psych Up versus Marshadow. Ooh, Sash Psych Up versus Marshadow, because it would break Disguise on the Psych Up. Ooh, that's dirty. That potentially could be really, really, really dirty. I want to calc that real quick. Mimikyu, let's just, no, that's not that Mimikyu. Standard Swords Dance set versus Marshadow. Assume that's the Uber Bulk Up set. +1. Let's say +1/+1. If this thing's +1/+1. Ooh, play roughs a roll. Ooh, that'd be kind of... Because then Shadow Sneak, he's faster priority-wise, so Shadow Sneak would get me first. But... Ooh, that's kind of clean. That's Adamant, that's Adamant Life Orb. Ooh, that's kind of clean. That'd be pretty sick. Actually, that one worked because being faster, he'd Spectral Thief and steal the stats and go +2/+2. So I would have to Shadow Sneak, which is only 2-shot. Never mind. Not as cool as I thought it was going to be. You guys see where I was going with that, but not as cool as I thought it would be. Anyway, Shadow Sneak. There's some fun stuff I want to try with Mimikyu. Like, I'm very, very glad to have Mimikyu back. I definitely want to try it out. It does get Wood Hammer. It does get X Scissor. 2 moves that I did not know about for a while. So there could be some Wood Hammer X Scissor shenanigans. It also gets Drain Punch, which is pretty decent recovery. So Mimikyu can be very, very fun, and I'm actually looking forward to getting to use it again. So... After that, I started looking, okay, there's the FDS core. What about Firewater Grass core? Let's take a look what's on the board, what's still there, and build like a... Because I was originally only planning to go 9 Mons. So I started, like, spending big points right away. So to start off the FDS core, or the... Firewater Grass core, the FWG core. Infernape. I do have a pretty bad Earthquake weakness right now. Rock weakness as well is not appreciated. But it's an Infernape. For God's sake, who let Infernape drop to me? Mega Medi, Kyurem Black, Mimikyu, Infernape. Yes, they are all physical attackers. Mimikyu can run, Kyurem Black can run special. Infernape can run special as well. It does have access to Nasty Plot. It is one of the few Mons in League that actually, and its attack and special attack are the same. Both base 104, base 108 speed, so hey, slap between Metagross, Kyurem Black, Mimikyu. It's one of the few Mons that actually gets both Nasty Plot and Swords Dance. So it can run both ways. It does get Vacuum Wave and Mach Punch, so it has priority on each side, physical and special. It gets access to the punches, which Iron Fist helps. Obviously close combat and Flare Blitz on the physical side. You can run Overheat, Fire Blast type thing. On the special side, it gets Focus Blast. So like you can run both physical and special variants. It does have setup and bulk up. You get cheeky. It does have priority and fake out. I forgot about that. Gets Grass Knot on the special side, Gunk Shot on the physical side to take on fairy types, potentially trying to switch in. Poison Jab. Like, there's so much versatility to Infernape, and it's just a powerful, powerful wall breaker. Yes, it overlaps with AABL. I don't care. I am so excited to use Infernape again. Like, besides Charizard, Infernape is probably my second favorite Fire-type starter, so... This team is just gonna hit like a truck. And speaking of hitting like a truck, and getting something on the special side, a Mon that I've really, really wanted to use. I was tempted to go Rain at one point, and I was like, no, I don't like Rain on this team. Rain would have been better with Marshadow or something. Mewtwo Rain would have been cool, but not with this squad. But I didn't completely abandon the Rain. I grabbed a Manaphy. So everyone likes to poke at me because in standard, when I run standard, like D-League, Manaphy's a tier 2 mon, and that's because Manaphy, in my mind, is a lot like Xurkitree, where it needs a Z move to set itself up and go. It needs a Z speed boost, then it has to fire off a Tail Glow, and then it can start going, just like Xurkitree needs a Z speed boost, either Hypnosis or Terrain, and then a Tail Glow, and it goes. This is a Z Captain. Obviously, this is going to be a Z Captain. Base 100s across the board, so now we've got 110, 100, 108, 100, 96, 95. So my speed tier in the middle of that is very, very good. I do like my mid-tier speeds. I need something faster, though. I need like I need above base 110, and I need something above base 120 if I can get it. Preferably something closer to base 130, because that forces some of these Ubers to run speed, or some of the slower Ubers to run a Scarf in order to do damage. But Manaphy here is just a nightmare. Like, it's got Blizzard to hit grass types trying to switch in on it. It's got Psychic is a good coverage move to carry on it. Obviously, once you get Rain Up, Surf just obliterates things. It has Ice Beam as well for those grass types trying to come in. Has access to Signal Beam. Like, it's just super, super good. It's super, super hard. Dazzling Gleam for fairy coverage potential as well. Like, I am really, really excited to try this. The big thing is Electric type. Still does a lot of damage. Metagross resists that. And the next mon I take also handles that. And that's Jolteon. So I said I wanted something fast. Zeraora got taken super, super... Had Zeraora still been around when I got to Infernape, I probably would have grabbed Zeraora and then actually gone Rain. But losing Zeraora, I didn't go with the Rain, because if I'm going to run Rain, I want Zeraora. Like, if you see me draft Zeraora and then draft things that start to fit in Rain, that's probably a guarantee that I'm drafting a Rain team, or a Rain core to a team, because Jolteon's great. Jolteon was my go-to Rain team when I used to play on the ladder in that. Before Zeraora came out, and ever since Zeraora came out, like, Jolteon, I'm sorry. You are a good pupper. I have you on my desk because you are a good pupper, but you're not as good as the Fox. You're not as good as the Special Kitty. But Jolteon 130 speed is very, very nice. It also has a very, very high special attack. 110, I believe, which is very, very good. For, like, a mon of this caliber. Yes, its HP sucks, its attack sucks, its defense is not great. Its SpDef is pretty good at 95. Throw a choice specs on this thing and it runs really, really hard. Obviously, hidden powers are good with this, as a special attacker does have Shadow Ball for coverage if I wanted to get cheeky type of thing. Similar to my use of Espeon in other leagues, I didn't do it so much with Umbreon, because Umbreon's more defensive, but Espeon and Jolteon kind of run that same type of situation. Fun thing, the evolutions, their stats are all the same, they're just rotated around. So Espeon actually has 130 special attack and 110 speed, whereas Jolteon has 110 speed, 130 defense, or 110 special attack, 130 speed. So Jolteon and Espeon function a lot the same. Hang on. I guess he'll call back. Whatever. Sorry about that. For some reason, my dad loves to call me while I am recording. Anyways, Jolteon here. Similar to Espeon, I can get cheeky with this thing. I could run an Agility Baton Pass and give Manaphy speed right off the bat and not have to carry Z-Rain Dance type of thing. Metagross would love an Agility, Kyurem Black with an Agility, Mimikyu with an Agility. There's another cheeky White Herb set where I curse White Herb into Mimikyu. Curse White Herb Baton Pass into Mimikyu. Yeah, guaranteed 2 setup potentially if they don't attack me. There's just, it can Wish Pass. It's not the greatest Wish Passer, obviously, at base 60. 65 HP. So, definitely not the best Wish Passer in the world, but, you know, in a pinch, it'll work. It is a Cleric because all the evolutions, thanks to, I believe it was Gen 3, X Coliseum and XD, get Heal Bell, so it can be a Cleric as well. It doesn't have to be an offensive Jolteon. There is the Quick Feet Flame Orb set as well. It does have access to Signal Beam. Obviously pivot with Volt Switch, T-Bolt, that sort of thing. So it's a good mon. I do like Jolteon. I am fine trying Jolteon out. Yes, I know this looks like a Rain team now, Manaphy Jolteon, but it's not. You'll see that after the next pick. But you look at this, and I have a major, major issue here. I have no hazard control, like no defog, no rapid spin, none of that. Not good. My rockers are Infernape and Mega Medi. Yeah, not good. So, I gotta do something about that. It's not great, but it is another rocker. I grabbed Nidoking here. Nidoking's kind of my rocker, unfortunately, with the way I built this team, but 87 speed stat, Sheer Force Life Orb, Scarf, Specs, physical and special side, it can go either way, T-Spikes, a move pool that is just insane, like with correct prediction, like Sheer Force Life Orb set actually destroys things. 102 attack stat, 85 special attack stat, so either or, Special King, Physical King, either or works really, really well. But just to put into perspective what kind of things this thing gets, it has access to Dragon Pulse. Obviously it has Earth Power EQ. It has Fire Blast or Fire Punch. You want to bring in a Steel type? Nah. We'll Fire Blast you. Or we'll EQ you. I honestly, Fire Blast, Fire Punch isn't much you're going to carry on that. Same with Flamethrower. Because EQ usually takes care of whatever that is, unless they, or Sludge Wave. Stab takes care of most checks to this thing, so I don't usually run Fire move. But it does have Ice Beam, Ice Punch, like, you want to bring in a ground type? We're going to Ice Beam you. Sheer Force, Life Orb, Ice Beam. Go away. It does have Outrage. Obviously, Poison Ground, Stab. You want to bring in a Water type to beat this thing? I don't think so. We're going to Thunder or Thunderbolt you. Yeah. Obviously, T-Spikes, that sort of thing. It does have access to Water Pulse, too, for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. But yeah, Nidoking, great move pool, and it takes so Medi and Infernape don't have to rock, because neither one of them really want to rock. And Nidoking doesn't mind it so much. It just loses a coverage move, but I mean, it's not terrible. Hazard control number 2. The Wall. Ah, yes. I got Mandibuzz. And I know, PCF Mandibuzz. Doesn't matter. Mandibuzz set works in whatever league I want to run it. I just have to make sure if I need a defensive or a Spadafron. You guys know how much I love Mandibuzz. It is the only mon that I've ever beaten Rye with. Sorry, Rye. No salt there, please. Sorry. Base 80 speed, so now we're working our way down on those speeds. We're trying to get slower, because this team is incredibly fast. Trick Room kind of destroys this team. but yeah, Mandibuzz here. Overcoat obviously is a really good ability to block sand and hail type of damage. It does have, and powder moves actually don't work on it, so I can't be put to sleep, that sort of thing. Weak armor for an offensive set, like weak armor Mandibuzz could be kind of fun. Big Pecs, I believe, is the one that prevents crit. Lowering the defense, prevents other Pokemon from lowering its defense, Big Pecs. But Mandibuzz is just so stupidly bulky. You guys saw, hopefully you guys saw the match versus, or at least the team builder versus Tezzy. I could beat Zygarde Mega Mawile with Mandibuzz. Yes, a stray God tier Electrium Z hurts. But outside of that, as long as I build Mandibuzz correctly, it can wall out a lot of offensive teams. It is defog for me for hazard control, which up to this point I didn't have. It does give me Roost. It suffers from more 4-slot move slot syndrome. That's its biggest issue. Ideally, 5 or 6 moves, and this thing would definitely be like tier 2. It is tier 2. Would definitely be higher tiered, maybe a tier 1 mon. Because it's a base 80 taunter. Like taunt, U-turn, foul play, Roost, Iron Defense. Taunt, U-turn, Roost, Defog, Iron Defense, Foul Play. Give it, those 6 moves are enough to destroy a lot of teams. Very, very quickly. After this, I started talking, actually, after the Jolteon pick, I started talking to Shadow and Rai and some other people. I was like, I need some help here, because this draft has gotten out of hand after Jolteon. Like, I was thinking Umbreon for an actual Wish Passer Cleric, and then I was like, this still won't have hazards. Umbreon's speed kind of does not fit this team very well. I love Umbreon though, but... So that's when we started on, like, well, King, Mandibuzz, and, like, the last 6 were helped on. We're like, okay, we need something between Jolteon and Metagross. We need something with, Defog. Yes, Whimsicott. I know I meant... Oof, sorry about that. Mentioned it at the beginning of the video. We grabbed Whimsicott. It's another mon that carries over from AABL with Infernape, but that 116 speed stat is nice close between Mega Metagross and Jolteon. I wish I had something in the 120s. That would make it perfect between those two. But it is what it is. It's Prankster Defog, Prankster Sub, Prankster Seeds, Prankster Tailwind, as long as I don't have a Dark type in front of me. It can be Specs or Life Orb, set very, very easily with Moonblast and all that. Recovery with Synthesis or Giga Drain. Actually, I don't think it's Synthesis, I think it's but it gets Whimsicott. If someone's got Sun, aka Huff, Chlorophyll set can run through and do a lot of damage. Infiltrator to get past subs. Does have access to Psychic. Looking here to see. I don't think it's Synthesis. I think it can be an annoying defensive set with Cotton Guard. Prankster Screens. I'm looking for it right now. No, it does not get Synthesis. It gets... Nope, does not have healing outside of Seeds or Giga Drain. My bad. Again, something I should probably know, but still, very, very annoying. Very, very fast mon, and it's another default version. This isn't the only one. Mandibuzz handles spikes and T-spikes. Whimsicott handles rocks. That sort of thing. We have Licky here. Again, this is weird. Like, these last 3 picks are really weird to me. But, you know, that's what Shadow and them decided. Oblivious, Cloud9, base 50 speed, so now we are really, really slow on the backside. 110 HP. It can Wish Pass. It does have Heal Bell, so it's another Cleric, basically. So Jolteon doesn't have to do it. There's also the really annoying set of just Wish, Protect, Toxic type of thing. Lefties, making it super bulky type of thing. Or you run the Shadow set and run Sword Stance and Bear Cuts up Explosion. So we'll see about that. I did grab Meganium here. This team is very edge-break weak, and Whimsicott's not the most bulky thing in the world. But Meganium here does have 100 in both its defense and its speed up. It is base 80, so it overlaps with Mandibuzz. It doesn't really fix speed tiers very well. It's another Cleric with Aromatherapy, access to Synthesis for recovery, leftovers, that sort of thing. It does give me a mon that sets screens, besides Whimsicott. It's basically here for Whimsicott having a bad match or something, or if Whimsicott's but Meganium would work better. Meganium comes for that. I really don't see Meganium coming in maybe more than one game, maybe two at the most. And the last mon, base 35 speed. So my low end speed tiers, but it's an anti-Trick Room. Corsola, which has Regenerator or Natural Cure, so I can regen health back and forth. It's got Recover, Nature Cure for statuses. It's basically a niche stealth rock setter. Like, all it does is set rocks and then kind of be annoying. Really, I don't see why Corsola comes at all, unless I desperately need rocks and can't afford it on Nidoking, Infernape, or Mega Man. So, well, that's going to be it, guys. That's going to wrap up our Chicago Beartics draft recap for WWC Main Season 3. Let me know what you guys think of the team down below in the comments, what you think as far as who you think the kill leader is going to be, how you think this season is going to go for me, that sort of thing. Please check out the links in the description down below. Luca and Jaden, two amazing artists. Luca does all the work for the Weather Gamer server. Jaden's going to start doing some artwork for the Weather Gamer server. Twitch draft stream was this past weekend, actually yesterday. So hit that follow button if you want to see future draft streams or other games, because we are going to stream other games. And the Weather Gamer Discord is where WWC is happening. If you want to spectate the league, join the WWC Discord. Or the Weather Gamer Discord. I guess it is WWC's Discord as well. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys next time.